I'm Scott Leysath, hunter, fisherman, and professional chef. If you can catch it, trap it, spear it, or shoot it, I can cook it. And I've cooked it all. Or so I thought. This is my journey to hunt down and meet people who cook the wild, weird, and hopefully edible. Look out, critters. You're about to become dead meat. I leave the brewery lodge and put Michigan City in my rearview mirror. Next stop, Peoria, Illinois, where we're going to do a little bow hunting for a highly invasive fish, Asian carp. Austin joins me along with Dirk Fucik and our guide Nate Wallick, who's also a firefighter and EMT. We load up at the marina and Nate gives us the rundown on what to expect. With the gear prepped and the boat loaded down with coolers and sunscreen, we head out to see if what I've seen online is for real. I know. Let's shoot fish jumping out of the water from a moving boat with a bow and arrow. Easy, right? Now, let's see. We left the frogs behind in Michigan City, and now we're heading upriver with Peoria carp hunters on what he promises to be a surprising adventure. Asian carp are highly invasive fish that jump out of the water when disturbed by passing boats. They multiply quickly and disturb the already fragile ecosystems along American waterways by out-eating native fish. It's not long before the fish are jumping, and I mean jumping.
He who shoots the most arrows wins, so just let them fly. You're never gonna get the perfect shot.
We got message.
Keep your focus.
Now, these fish aren't small. A typical Asian carp in this river grows to be about 40 pounds, and some have been recorded as high as 100 pounds. Imagine that smacking you in the forehead while motoring down the river at 20 knots. Not pretty.
The best way to describe it is whack-a-mole for adults.
Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Nice.
It hit me right in the arm. I'm trying to reel it in. All right. See?
Good job.
Nate moves to another spot where we finally shoot a fish. Now, it's not as easy as it looks. So after how many arrows in the air? 2. 200. Dirk sticks one, and that's a perfect shot. Didn't feel a thing. You tell me they're good, right?
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're a white fish, not a dark fish.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want some sushi, you just pull it out. Get the knife right here.
You want to do some carp sushi?
I would do it if you did it.
How come everybody always says, I'll do it if you do it? And Austin scores the next fish.
Yeah, you kind of need a floater. You need the Michael Jordan fish. There it is. Oh, over the top.
I take my shot, and like I said, it's not as easy as it looks, but it's a hoot. I don't care who shoots them as long as they get shot.
Oh, you got it.
Awesome.
Nice shot.
I aimed low on that one.
Between the 3 we got on the bows and the dozens that jumped into the boat, we got enough Asian carp to make dead meat out of. Dirk has a world-famous fish shop in downtown Chicago, and he's promised to turn these invasive intruders into something worth eating. But first, we got to break them down and maybe have a beer or two.
We managed to get a few fish with our bow and arrows. I think more jumped in the boat than we actually shot, but however you get them, that's all that counts. These carp are kind of messy to fillet and all. I did a pleasure pre-filleting one here, so this is what they look like on the inside. They're beautiful white meat. The only downside with the Asian carp, silver carp in particular, is they're extra bony. They have these big rib bones here, a backbone of course like most fish, but these carp also have a row of bones here in the back dorsal. They have a row down here by the tail, which normally a fish would have no bones down here. So for me, my favorite thing to do is either eat it bone in, so you make little steaks, which would be cross-cuts of this fish, or do a fillet, which we will then skin. Don't need the skin on these guys. Get that one done, then we'll throw this guy in the grinder.
Why do carp jump out of the water? You know, we don't see that. In Northern California, carp don't jump out of the water. We shoot them in the water. Nate, what's the story on that? Why do they do what they do?
I think at one point a boat came by, one decided to go up instead of down, and the rest of them just decided to follow. It's a joke, but in all reality, they don't jump in Asia.
I was about to call bullshit on that stuff.
No. They don't jump in Asia. So to be honest,
But they don't run those motors on them then.
But they don't though. So they don't. And to be honest, why they jump is still a mystery. They don't know why they jump. They just know they jump is their reaction to being spooked.
I learned early on, kinda, that if you just see one jump, you go, wait. I'm waiting until you go around and make a couple of circles, and then hopefully you'll get a better chance when 2 or 3 of them.
Well,
you got to be on your toes. I noticed I wasn't quite fast enough.
It's not your fault.
No, I'm okay with it being my fault. I still have a pretty clear vision of a couple that I missed.
You skimmed the head of one of those.
It doesn't matter. I don't think that counts. So if you happen to shoot one again that's got a little thing on its head,
If he's got a mohawk.
Hard in the middle, right?
that was mine. Now, Dirk's shop is known for quality fish and delicious food. We've got a few customers willing to try his take on the slimy Asian carp. Let's see what they think. The Asian carp lived up to their reputation. They were jumping all over the place, including into the boat and almost taking out Nate. Dirk and Austan score a few kill shots, and me, well, it's not about me. It's about the fish. And Dirk has a few recipes he's ready to try on me and some unsuspecting customers.
All right, so we're putting this fish into the grinder. It's a fine grind that we're gonna do here. This holds most of the bones back. Any small bones that might get through are basically just calcium for us. So we need a little bit of dill here, red onion, capers, pepper, a little bit of kosher salt, and a little bit of mustard sauce. This is our own secret recipe mustard sauce. We put a little panko in this, guys. Just helps hold it together a little bit. So that's how easy making a burger is. It's actually harder to catch the fish than it is to make the burger. All right, these are wet cedar planks. You want to make sure they're damp and been soaked for a couple hours. These are the burgers we just ground and back. This is a teriyaki burger. I brushed a little teriyaki sauce on top just so we know which one was which. This is a salsa cilantro burger, kind of Southwestern style we call it. We're going to put the cedar plank on the grill, and it's going to give it the flavor. The smoke has got the resin from the cedar in it, and that's what gives it the nice smoky flavor. It's one of my favorite ways to do all kinds of fish, Asian carp in particular. So I'm going to close the lid now, and we're going to time this, give it about 15 minutes. All right, so we're going to dress up these burgers. This is a Cuban ketchup with a little bit of that we make here. It's kind of like a tomato jalapeno chutney. I'm going to dress this one up for Scott with kind of just a basic burger, right? Lettuce, onion, tomato, and all. We're going to just do the Southwestern style burger on this one. Then I just want him to try this burger, is our teriyaki burger here. This one, I just want him to try straight up. That way he tastes the carp in full. But I want him to have this one as an American burger, so since we now have American Asian carp. All right, so now we just showed you the burgers. Another very popular thing with these carp that we love at home a lot. Terry's Cuban, for Cuban heritage, croquettes are a popular thing. It's actually made with leftover ham, chicken, etc. We found it works excellent with carp. So our recipe's online, dirksfish.com. This is almost the finished product. What we're gonna do next is do a little egg wash on these guys and roll them in these same panko crumbs. This is just canola oil that I like to cook these guys in.
Dirk, I smell something. But you know, when I say I smell something, I don't mean I smell carp.
You do not.
No,
it is past the stage of being carp now. Now it's a culinary delectable thing, you know.
Love it. All right.
So we're gonna put a little spicy mayo on there. Just to, you know what though? I'm gonna put that on there first. But why don't you try this one with nothing, and that way you'll have an idea what this tastes like.
It is really creamy on the inside. It doesn't taste like any carp you've ever had before. It's not overcooked, it's cooked just perfectly. And again, for you people that like to overcook your fish, stop it. I had the croquette, which was absolutely delicious. Tell me about what we did with
This
this
is
guy
kind
here.
of an Asian stir fry here. So this pan sauteed the carp steaks there. So now they're whole steaks, so you might find a few bones in there. You're gonna kind of have to. No,
Really?
right?
The flavor of the fish, just by itself, is mild, white, and flaky. I mean,
Right.
look at this.
Right. I mean, that's like the epitome of a good piece of fish, right?
If you're a carp eater, that's not what you're used to seeing right there. Oh, look, there's a bone. All right, now I'm anxious to try this burger.
So again, looking at that, looks like a regular burger there. You know, put cheese on it, it'd be perfect. But
I like the smoke. I need to figure out how to get on the bandwagon and get people eating more of
right?
these
Are you
fish.
kidding? I mean, that's you put that on a burger like that, it's outstanding. And this is a teriyaki style burger here, so it's going to be a little more Asian style there. And I just wanted to try this one kind of plain, so that way you can you know, see what the fish tastes like. It's got a softer texture to it, you know,
Right.
so it's kind of a creamy center. If you like them a little more well done, you can flatten them out and crisp them up a little more. So now we have another kind of Asian style meatball here. So I made these carp meatballs. Again, just kind of a basic blend to it there, and it's with a coconut curry simmering sauce. I served over rice. And, you know, right?
Of the lesser thought of species that I've had on the Dead Meat Show over the years, this is some of the best eating fish I've ever had, and that is not blowing smoke. This is really good. The flavors are great. It doesn't, you haven't disguised the flavor of the fish.
Right.
It still tastes like fish, and pretty much across the board, everyone that's tried it, that hadn't tried it before, describes it as creamy.
It's creamy but savory.
Right, right.
It's definitely got a distinct taste but not overpowering.
It's very creamy.
Uh-huh.
It reminds me a lot of like tilapia and catfish in terms of like taste and flavor.
I'm sold on Asian carp. So get a hold of Peoria carp hunters. Go out there and have a great day of carp flying out of the water. And
It was an awesome day.
As you're dodging carp. And of course, you have to go to Dirk's Fish and Gourmet in Chicago. And you've got a website.
2070 North Clybourne and Lincoln Park. And website, searchfish.com. Recipes on there.
You can get a recipe for this on their Sold.
So there it is. American bullfrogs and Asian carp. They hop, they jump, they actually taste delicious. From the comforts of the Brewery Lodge to Dirk's Chicago Fish Shop, we notched a few more critters off the dead meat bucket list.